Major Spoilers theme song.
The Major Spoilers podcast is on the air. On the air. The Major Spoilers podcast is on the air. On the air. Podcast.
The Major Spoilers podcast covers news, reviews, and of course spoilers, and goes into details about the topics discussed. So if you haven't read, listened, or watched the items we talk about, you might want to come back later.
The podcast is on the air.
If we do a pre-clean of like socks and stuff and block the exits, the Roomba makes the kitchen floor so clean.
Yeah, no, Roomba is great. We've got them upstairs and downstairs. If you
let the little punk out of the kitchen.
Oh, so here's what you need to. When you say blocked, you're just like putting up a piece of foam or something that it bounces into and turns around. You can actually buy. You can buy these infrared sensors, and so I've got them set up in the main downstairs area, where there's a bunch of cords hanging on the floor from the whole home theater that I don't want to get tangled up in. I've just got this little infrared sensor that sends out like this 90-degree beam blast that as it approaches it, it just senses it and turns away. And then if I don't want it to go down a hallway, I've got another sensor that says, hey, don't cross this path. That works great. There's also now some company in China. Oh man, don't get me started. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Major Spoilers podcast general discussion this week. You probably thought socks. What did I get into? Don't worry, we're going to get into some more deeper things here in just a minute. But there is, I think it was last year at CES, or maybe it was the year before. Maybe it was the 2024 CES. The Consumer Electronics Show is coming up next week, or actually this weekend, I believe, is where it kicks off for 2026. They actually had a unit, like I'll just call it Roomba, just like we call a tissue a Kleenex, that actually has an arm that it goes through, and if it senses that sock, Matthew, it will pick it up and move it out of the way, and then continue on its cleaning duties.
You know, we are old school. Can you start my orange kind of people? And so my wife actually just took some of the leftover glue from her million 3D printers in the basement and glued it to the top, so it's like a little hat.
Oh yeah.
And if the hat bumps into something,
it
will stop the Roomba, so it can't go under the couch and get tied
stuck.
up in the couch cushions.
Help me, please! Somebody help me! I am stuck.
So
I wish you could program your own voice for
a lot of. That would be cool. See, and that's my main thing, and this is the problem that I have with the LLMs that people insist on calling AIs is, them, you hear them. And when you talk to people, and when you talk to LLMs, as I do on a regular basis, although all I will say to them is, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to speak with any virtual agents. And they're like, well, we guarantee that we're fine. I'm like, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to speak with any virtual agents. And then they get confused and they think that I'm another one of them. And then in solidarity, they go away. But you have to do so much work to keep these things in their scope, or keep these things from...
That's what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about in the pre-show, that if you had a limited agent,
right,
then you would be better off than a...
Yeah, but even right now, even the limited agents are not quite there yet.
No.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, on the one hand, it's been 3 years? We're going into the fourth year. But in 3 years, how far an LLM has come from the first days of, say poopy, to where we're at now, where it can actually go. I don't think the word poopy is actually relevant right here as a large language model. I'm incapable of excreting waste from my body because, guess what? I don't have a body.
But that's also the thing that, I have discovered this in dealing with LLMs. It will block rude words. If you stick...
Depends on which one you're on.
Right, but if you stick an accent aigu on a letter, so you F accent aigu over a U, or an umlaut over a C, that machine will not block that because that's not a forbidden word. Now, that's not 100% true, obviously. I know that some machines are more complicated, but it always it fascinates me that, well, first of all, these machines are not capable of understanding just how terrible and awful and evil human beings are yet. We are scum. We are literal punks.
You remember when was it Microsoft launched their LLM, and like within a day or something, people had turned it into an anti-Semitic Hitler bot.
Right. Within a day, the cute chatbot who wanted to talk about Taylor Swift was like, Hitler did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, I just,
all right.
Do not cut that out of the show.
No,
out of context. That could be. Thankfully, it doesn't sound like.
I'm gonna.
Sounds like the kid from The Simpsons.
I'm going to use that as our highlight for the episode. Okay. So I think they're actually. Let's talk about Trash Boy. And the weird thing is, Gachikatu or whatever it is, Gachiakuta. All I have to do is say Trash Boy anime, and everybody knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, everybody will know what you're talking about.
Even in a search, when I'm like, who's that character from episode 13 of the Trash Boy anime? And it pops up and tells me that its name. I think there is actually a break in what's available right now up on the Crunchyroll. I think there's like 30 episodes or something. I just finished, I think it's episode 14 or 15. I think there's an actual break. I think there's 2 seasons put together because the intro suddenly changes.
Oh, well, I mean, it depends how you look at it. That's an anime thing. Usually a single season of anime will have 2 sections if you're looking at the intros. So halfway through the first season, they'll change the intro.
It does make sense though that it is that break though, because of the things that happen.
Yeah, usually it's kind of like a mid-season cliffhanger, like or once the mid-season cliffhanger or 2-parter or whatever resolves, they give you a new intro. It's kind of when you enter like the second act of the of that season, right? Where like the villain has been revealed or something. It's like now the intro can have the villain in it without spoiling things.
Yeah. How far into that show are you?
I'm in all the way to whatever's come out last.
Oh, okay. I'm still behind, but I did finish the first appearance of Amo, her arc, that 3-episode arc. Holy crap!
Yeah, it's hardcore.
That is so disturbing and hardcore, Matthew. This would be like if they turned that issue of Legion of Superheroes issue that we discussed this week on the Legion Clubhouse into an anime and cranked it up maybe a little bit more. That's how dark and disturbing this 3-episode arc is. So people who are interested in Gachiakuta, I will say, I like it. I like the story. I thought the world building took a little time to build up, and they're still kind of doing that. But now that we know who the main villains are, and we're learning a little bit more about the things that are going on, and we're getting to know the characters better, I'm liking it. And then we hit this issue where they meet this girl out in the wastes. She's basically locked up in a tower, and she's had a mental break. That's the best way that I can describe what's happened, because and again, this is a trigger warning for people that might want to watch this episode. If sexual assault and abuse trigger you and is something that is disturbing for you, you do not want to watch this show and those episodes in particular. I think it's like episode 12, 13, and 14. The minute that Amo shows up, first time you see her, it's like, okay, this is weird, and she's a potential villain. And then the next episode, they resolve that. And then in the third episode, you find out what her backstory is and what her deal is. And it's just like, whoa, this is bad.
It's messed up.
Yeah, it's really curse you, beautiful poster art for the anime drawing me into this.
I mean, if you're okay to roll with it,
I mean, I am, but I wasn't expecting it. Right? It's like,
So I wasn't like when they start sort of going through it. My expectation is always that they're going to pull back at the last second, right? Like if you, I guess we're talking about this stuff now. Do you guys remember is it the Purple Man thing with
yes.
What was the name? Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Right.
Alias.
So in Alias, in the comic, like they explicitly say that she never had sex with them during that stuff. Right. That was them like pulling back in the series, they don't do that, right? They actually just, it's like it makes sense that this very amoral person would do this. Like, so I thought that they were going to pull this back, right? Obviously, especially now when you hear a very young woman or child was kidnapped and trafficked, you assume some stuff. And again, watching this, it's like, oh, they're either going to explicitly say that it isn't that, or they're going to just leave it open for interpretation. And they did not. They were like, this is what happened. Like that thing that you thought would happen, it happened. And now we're dealing with the consequences of what happened, right? So I thought that was good because it didn't feel to me like they were doing it for clout or they were being like exploitive about that.
No, I don't think so either.
Put a pin on that with like Amo's like visual design.
Yes.
Is she designed like?
Well, anime girls tend to fall into one of two categories: sexy,
right,
or overly sexy.
Yeah. So,
well, there's also 12.
Like, well, she's
dressed up as a schoolgirl. Yeah, essentially schoolgirl.
She kind of has like a baby doll thing going.
Yeah. And she talks like she's 12.
But she's voluptuous, and actually most of the time you can see everything. Like she has like a tiny skirt, so like literally a lot of the time you can see her crotch. She is
right. Oof.
Right. So again, when you're like writing your themes for your stuff, you can argue that that's like a purposeful thing. Like Amo lived with the person, like basically the person that was raising her was doing this to her.
Mm-hmm.
And so she probably has some messed up ideas about how she should dress.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, that could be it. But I also worry that it's like this show is smart. I'm not saying it isn't, but it doesn't seem smart enough to point the finger at me and saying like, I'm showing you this character and you are lusting after her. Therefore you are also bad, right? Like it's not doing, I don't feel like it's doing that.
Right. No, I think
so. I worry that it's kind of crossing its wires in wanting to have this very serious thing that happened to this character and also wanting to have like this sexy female character at the same time.
But at the same time, I think it ties back into this concept of the spheroids and the people in Trash World. That the people in the spheroid always want the prettiest, most beautiful kind of things. And the minute that they're done with it or it gets a little broken, they dispose of it. And so we see that down, especially with Amo's character, is she's this pretty, beautiful thing that the person who raises her or cares for her leans into a little bit too much. And the minute that he sees her not in a sexual situation with another person, he goes insane and just basically wants to toss her out. So much so that there's some very disturbing abuse going on.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's say what?
I thought she was wearing pants.
No. She's got like
she's got like lace going through her legs. Yeah. It's like right. It's like probably. I feel that most of the things about Amo are handled well. Like for example, although it's like her, we're already spoiling it. Like her power is basically making people want to take care of her. Because she basically creates a fantasy in which she is like the object of whatever the person wants the most. And so, but like literally none of the ones that we see are sexual, at least.
Right.
Like
probably at least
like the ones
episodes.
I mean, one of them is like romantic,
right?
But it's not like overtly sexual,
right?
So again, we're seeing this thing where like it's not like they're not making her like sexy because she was abused. like if you can close your eyes to her design, like it's pretty well moved forward and straight up. And in the end, you get something kind of satisfying, which is that basically Rudo, the main character, the trash boy, has been like he lashes out and he has like very poor impulse control because he himself has been abused.
Yeah.
And just went through a lot of trauma. And so hearing Amo's story and realizing that she's, quote unquote bad, like she's doing bad things because of what happened to her, which, doesn't excuse it, but does explain it. It kind of gives him insight into himself, right? Into like the decisions that he makes that he can justify through his trauma as like, well, maybe there's more to this than that. Maybe I need to try to get well before I like make
and that's
big sloppy decisions.
And that's kind of the decision that he comes to at the end of that episode where he's like, oh, we're going to have to work on this together, but I understand. And I think also tying back into that greater theme where people are willing to just throw away objects.
Yeah.
It's also saying that people are also treated as objects and also get thrown away.
Yeah. And this is what I mean about like the show keeping me on the hook.
Yeah.
Because it has interesting themes that other anime doesn't handle and doesn't care about. But very frequently you have to get through all of the like screaming and powering up and explaining complicated master plans and a dozen new characters being introduced over a couple episodes. Characters like just sitting there and explaining their powers to each other or their powers to other people or whatever. Like, so
yeah, I will say up until about the first 10 episodes, I was kind of like, the first episode I was hooked, but after that, I was just like, I don't know about this. I don't know if I'm going to continue to watch. And then I actually, it's a poor indicator if I fall asleep while I'm watching the show. So when they went to Graffiti City, which is where we were at last week, I fell asleep and I was like, well, I'm going to have to go back and rewatch that episode. I don't know if I want to continue that. And then I sat down, whatever it was, last night, the night before. And I was like, okay, let's just power through a couple more episodes to see if it gets any better. And then I hit the Amo story and I was like, okay, this story has me wanting to know more because, I went to look up to see what is the deal with Amo online. And, some people were talking about the anime series, but some people were like, hey, in chapter 40 of the manga, you get to learn a little bit more about this and it puts things in perspective and Amo's character evolves. And I'm like, well, if they do that in the anime, I kind of want to continue to see if they just walk away from Amo or if she becomes a greater part of the overall story in this. So I think I'm hooked for the rest of the season.
Do we know how many episodes are in the season?
It says 24 are out right now. So
yeah,
I'm more than halfway through.
There might be one or two more coming down the pipe.
Okay.
And they're short. They're a classic anime, right? 5 minutes of here's what happened before, 10 minutes of 10 minutes of actual story, 5 minutes of preview for the next time, and then 20 minutes of credits.
I mean, well, they are like when you get into the actual episode, they are like 22 minutes on the dot.
No, they're pretty good about that. Right. But they move pretty quick, is what I'm saying.
I hate you guys because I two things. One, I may have to start watching this, and two, the logo on the top of the picture of this is Gachiakuta.
Yeah.
So you put the emphasis on the Gachiakuta.
Yeah. Gachiakuta. Trash boy anime.
Trash boy anime, exactly. Well, I mean, trash is in there, but
it's there's in my so if you're gonna as far as me of what I like, if you're going to translate an anime or a manga, here's my list of preferences. Number one, change the title to something that makes sense and is respectful to the anime, right? Like a bad version of this would be Robotech, where they changed everything. A good version of this could potentially be something like calling this what is the name of it? Like it's like bad version of this, Rudo's Magical Adventure.
Right.
Good version of this, like I forget what the like actual things are called, but like
you could call it literal trash.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, literal trash actually would be a really funny name. Whatever the magic items that they have, like have what they call them in English, right?
The Washington series.
No. Those are like a specific set. It's like something items. It's like cherished items or something like that.
Yeah.
Because most people can power up like one thing that they've taken care of really well.
Right.
And Trash Boy,
they could have called it that.
Trash Boy has the ability to do anything, whereas some people are only able to something like that.
He can do anything, but he has to like care about it and have handled it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's his thing is that he can basically channel his gloves into fixing up trash and turning it into like weapons or items.
Mm-hmm. And there's
if I were going to
the other
like this, I would call it garbage people.
I don't know if I call it garbage people, but maybe garbage world or something might be a better name for it.
I don't even. Do we know? Oh, I guess Gachakuta is legit trash.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just translated that. That's like so. It doesn't. That's the thing is like as somebody who doesn't speak Japanese, it says nothing to me.
Yeah.
It's like Brian recommended keep your hands off Isoken, but I don't know what Isoken is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the show and I was like, oh, okay, that's what it is. But they could have just translated that.
Mm-hmm.
And it annoys me because, it's like number one thing that I like, just translate it. And number two thing is this back and forth between Japan and the United States, where Japanese people think English is cool and American people think Japanese is cool.
Yeah.
So they will either not translate the name, which then doesn't give me anything, or Japanese people will translate it themselves, right? It'll be a name in English, like Attack on Titan, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Right? If there was a comma in there, it would make sense, but it doesn't make sense as just Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Attack, comma, on Titan.
A couple of
Attack on
things.
Titan.
So I don't know when this series launched. I mean, I only saw it a couple of weeks ago. That's when it popped into my eyeline.
The anime just came out. It came out this past year.
Okay, so like October or something, or like November?
July, maybe?
Oh, July. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the cool thing is now I'm starting to see people do the cosplay of the characters. And today I saw the one of, I just call her the receptionist, the glasses lady.
Yeah, sure.
I saw an amazing version of her. The person was wearing yellow glasses instead of just regular glasses because, they were lit up.
Right.
I think it'd be cool if those glasses could power up in themselves. But I know that's a little bit more work for cosplayers. But I have a feeling that the first convention of the year, the first big convention of the year, is going to feature a lot of Trash Boy cosplay.
I think so too. I think because it's an unusual looking anime, so
yeah.
Ooh. A lot of the character designs are like very different from other stuff.
Yeah. Now the one thing that I haven't seen anybody do yet is actual contacts that align with the eyes in the show. But I think it's probably because nobody has manufactured those lenses yet.
What if I was going to make a cosplay of these characters? What I would actually do, especially if I was going to do Rudo, is just make like these giant like eyes with that were like a mesh so that I could see through them with like these like globular red pupils. Right. Because like so many shots of this kid is just him looking like dissociating while things are going on, and all you can see are his giant eyes, and like again his like irises and pupils, which look like amoebas, right? They're like a weird shape.
Yes.
So it's like I think that's what I would do. Get like a big giant white wig,
yes,
and then like glasses that are like giant eyes that with like globulary pupils.
Yeah, that are designed to blend into where they don't look like they're glasses, and then they do have these like LED screens on glasses.
Sure.
You could do something like that and then actually have the pupils and the eyes move around. Like when you're angry, have it do one thing.
Oh, sure.
When you're shocked, have it do something else. Yeah, Matthew, you might enjoy this. You might enjoy this series.
It's pretty interesting.
I mean, it is interesting.
If the ammo stuff doesn't turn you off of it, it's like the story actually is moving very slowly. Like I'm watching this and like I already know one of the big twists. Like there's no way they're not doing it.
I think they kind of hinted at that in episode 14.
Yeah, they drop a hint, and it's like it's such a common trope that I'm like, oh, they're gonna do this thing, and they haven't done it yet. So I'm like, I hope they don't belabor it too much, or that they are actually like, juking me, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, no, I already know who this person is. Like,
yeah,
we're just waiting for Rudo to catch up.
Changing topic now that we spent all this time talking about Trash Boy anime.
Yeah.
I feel like a Technico would have figured it out.
Yeah. I do like that his name is Rudo, and he is kind of rude.
Yeah. What are your current 8 favorite comic book characters?
In, like, the universe?
Yeah. It doesn't have to be from one company. Your 8 favorite comic book characters. So, Matthew, how about you go first?
Okay, so in no particular order.
Yeah, there's no ranking on this. In fact, I don't want a ranking.
Okay. Right. The first Flash, Jay Garrick. Howard the Duck. Much as I hate to say it, Hob Gadling. Big Barda. Rom the Space Knight. Senator Tenzel Kem of Bismol, Sista Spooky, and
where's she from?
Cyborg. She's from Empower.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Yeah, she's the one who had the schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe it was like a naughty nun outfit. Yep. She sold her soul for power.
Okay, one more.
And then Cyborg would be my number 8.
Cyborg from the Teen Titans?
From the Teen Titans, yep. Victor Stone.
Rodrigo, what do you have? Or do you need a little bit more time? I can run through the ones that I listed. In fact, dear listeners,
go ahead.
I was going to say, dear listeners, we want you to find out who are your favorite 8 comic book characters. I'm trying to do something cool for 2026. You'll find out more in a little bit. I know I'm being cryptic. Keep it cryptic. But over in the Major Spoilers Discord channel, I did ask, who are your favorite characters? And well, maybe it wasn't in the Major Spoilers Discord. Where the hell did I put this? Is it just the regular general chat?
I saw it, so I think it's in the Major Spoilers podcast.
Okay, maybe I have to.
Yeah.
I have to scroll up.
No,
but mine was
put it in comics.
That's
comic
where
books.
It is. That's where it is. Comic
books.
So my favorites are Batman, Flash OG Wally West, Invincible, Jubilee, Radiant Black, Spider-Man, Tim Drake, and Hellboy. So who do you have, Rodrigo?
Let's see. In no particular order. Cage Demon Wolf, Spider-Man, Hellboy, Lion Cat, Nightcrawler, Juggernaut, Skeet, and Marrow.
Okay, cool. A lot of other people, again, go over to the Comic Books channel of the Major Spoilers Discord. You can join the Major Spoilers Discord for free, and you can go and join just some very fantastic people. I think everybody who engages over on our Discord server are just great people. I don't think I've ever run into somebody. I know that there's some political differences and opinionated differences, especially when it comes to like Legion of Superheroes stuff for our Legion Clubhouse channel, where people don't agree with either Matthew or I or both of us or just me. It doesn't matter. Everybody is super polite. There's nobody in here who is in the Major Spoilers Discord to be a jerk for jerk's sake. And so if you are looking for community, I think you, dear listener, in 2026 will find it over in the Major Spoilers Discord. So go sign up today for free. Link in the show notes. Get into the comic books channel and share your 8 to 10 favorite comic book characters, because I'm going to take all that information and do something with it in the near future, because apparently every entity is doing this in 2025 and 2026.
Everybody loves a list.
Everybody loves a list, and everybody loves our Patreon over at patreon.com/major spoilers. If you want to be, if you want to have a great 2026, you know, people have the lemon pig, or they put out, I don't know what else they put out for good luck in 2020 for the new year. But if you want to have a great new year, all you need to do is sign up to become a patron at patreon.com/major spoilers. $5 a month. You can sign up for a full year. I would recommend doing a full year, because you just have to set it once and you get a year's worth of bonus content into your RSS feed. It's going to be great. This month, or this week, in the Major Spoilers Podcast pre-show, which you get at that $5 level, we talked about moving over to Substack, and we talked a little bit about using an LLM for tech support, and it worked out really good. So go check that out over on patreon.com/major spoilers. New book club announcements about to drop soon. VIP chat coming up this weekend. It's good times. We could use your help. Patreon.com/major spoilers. Also, final note, I did say we have moved to the new site, majorspoilers.substack.com. Doesn't cost you anything to sign up. Just go over there, sign up, and I will deliver you a engaging, entertaining newsletter 3 times a week. Plus, you can find all of our reviews, podcasts, and more, all at our new home, majorspoilers.substack.com. Easy to navigate, easy to find the stuff that you're looking for. It's good times. Did you guys get a bunch of good stuff for the holiday? We haven't spoken since pre-Christmas Eve. You guys get anything
cool? Okay.
You did okay? What'd you get?
Well, as always, I asked for nerd shirts.
Okay.
I asked for superhero and robot shirts, and I think I got like 30 of them. Yeah. The thing that was really entertaining this year was everybody got a present that would have been a terrible present out of context.
Oh, yeah.
Like, one of my Christmas presents was a rotary slicing tool for cutting up the cardboard.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of people talk about those. I think my wife just put it on her wish list.
Yeah, and I haven't taken it out and used it, but I'm like, ooh, it's really cool. Ooh, and I got something that Steven may be jealous of.
What's that?
To a point.
Probably not.
The Lego jealous. Back to the Future DeLorean.
Oh no, I've got that already. Did you? I got it when they originally released it as part of their whatever.
You got the
icons.
Issues.
Yeah, they're part of their icon line or whatever it is. Yeah, it's a great one. Then also Matthew may be a little bit jealous about this one, Rodrigo. I've also got the Sideshow Collectibles 1/6 scale DeLorean and the 1/6 scale Marty McFly to go with it.
1/6 scale would be what? G.I. Joe 60 figure?
It is probably 3 feet long, 2.5, 3 feet long.
Yowza.
It's big. It is big. It looks cool though, but it lights up. It does all those cool things. But yeah, and then they have these smaller versions of the DeLorean too. Because I know they re-released the one that I have as a newer set, and then they have a smaller DeLorean as well.
Mm-hmm.
as part of that line. And then if you had the Lego adventure game, where you get to swap out all the little characters and build your Legos, they actually had a little tiny DeLorean and a Marty and a Doc as part of that video game line as well. So I have those somewhere.
Okay, Rodrigo, you will be jealous of my big gift this year.
What is it?
It was an actual size wearable Green Ranger helmet.
Oh, nice.
With a 3D printed dragon dagger flute.
Nice. Where did you get it? Did you get it from that one guy that I pointed you to a year or two ago?
I don't know. It was given to me. But my wife actually printed and built the flute, and she realized she couldn't do the helmet, so she outsourced the helmet, but oh my God, it's cool.
Yeah.
And I put it on my big rubbery head, and it doesn't quite close around either my big rubbery head or my hair. But it looks so cool.
Got to shave your big rubbery head and then comb that hair back.
No. Well, last year I bought a actual decent shelf that I want to set up in my living room office, and there's going to be a space on there that I can actually display some things, and I want to make sure that I can actually display the helmet and the dagger, and also the guitar that my daughter got me 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They bought a bass guitar and like custom painted it, and
I
did like
remember
really
you telling
cool
me about
stuff.
that. Yeah.
I have the guitar. I have the poly case to keep it from getting smashed. And I have the shelf. I just haven't put everything together.
That's what you're going to do. That's what you can do in the new year. Put your shelving together.
Yeah,
that can be your New Year's Day
resolution.
thing.
Man, I'm not doing anything till I have my voice back.
When my comic book room got flooded in 2018, and I had to literally tear everything out of that room and throw a bunch of stuff away. When it came time to rebuilding that space, I went and got shelving so I could put my trade paperbacks in a section, and also display all my statues in that 1/6 scale DeLorean. I am, even though I don't get to spend a lot of time in that room because we have to keep it closed because of stupid animals. I enjoy that space because it looks nice seeing all that stuff on display. So shelving, Matthew, put your shelves together. What about you, Rodrigo? Did you get anything cool for the holiday?
Yeah, I got some good stuff. My wife got me a new iPad.
Ooh, very nice. Mini or full size?
No, it's like actually kind of like a big one. So I've had the same iPad for a long time, and I was like, this is fine. But then she was like, okay, well, can you download Magic Arena so that we can play?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it won't fit. And she's like, what do you mean it won't fit? I'm like, I have like some stuff in here that I can't get rid of and it won't fit. And she's like, okay, well, I'm getting you a new iPad. And now that I got the new iPad, I've realized that my iPad is so old that basically all the programs on it had stopped updating.
Uh-huh.
And I found out kind of because I was like, oh, we're going to have this like big family, like, FaceTime session. But it wasn't FaceTime. They wanted to use Google Meet or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad has it for work. So I was trying to set that up on my iPad, and they're like, sorry, your iPad's like literally too old for this version of the program. And, it's an Apple product, so they won't give you a younger or like a different version of the product.
Right.
Or whatever. So I was like, oh, how much has this been happening? And it literally had been happening to every extant program that I was using. So I was like, yeah, it's probably a good idea for me to get a new one. It's just like, not like, it's like iPads. If you don't have a ton of like credit card information in there or whatever, the vulnerabilities don't matter as much. But yeah, apparently I've been needing a new iPad for a while. So I got that. My parents gave me a new hard drive, like a portable hard drive.
Cool.
Because I'm running out of video space for my YouTube videos that I'm making. And I got, we're talking about anime. I got some Jujutsu Kaisen pajama pants. Because I'm a hard person to shop for.
Yeah.
So one of my equations is property that I'm into or kind of into, and clothing.
Yep.
So I found some anime pajama pants that people could get me, so I put that on my list, and I got some. And my nephew went all out. I think he's like working like full time right now. So he got me another Pro controller for my Switch. So now two people can play the Switch at the same time with a Pro controller, and we don't have to worry about the Joy-Con drift.
Yeah.
Which by now our Joy-Cons for our original Switch, I don't even have a Switch 2. The Joy-Cons for the original Switch are so old. How old are they? They're so old. Yeah, thank you. They're so old that they all drift, and they also have like one randomly generated additional flaw, right? So I know that's not a very good joke. But yeah, so now two people can play the Switch without having to worry about that. And if you're like, Rodrigo, why haven't you gotten a Switch 2? That's the reason. They haven't fixed the Joy-Con drift. I'm boycotting them until something I really want comes out, and that hasn't happened.
What's something that's coming out? New Persona Remake 5 or whatever it is?
No, there's nothing in the horizon that I would want a Switch 2 for, because I'm mad at them.
Okay.
Legend ZA came out. It came out for the original Switch 2, but I was like, nope. And, Donkey Kong Bonanza or whatever it's called, like that looks super fun. But I'm like, super fun is not enough. It has to be like a game that I can't live without for me to get it. And less and less, I'm seeing that less and less with like first party Nintendo games. And that's not anything having to do with the quality or whatever. It's just kind of where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
But and not to turn this into like why I'm mad at the Switch 2. I also got a belt. That was nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hey, Matthew, what's the name of that cordless electric scissors that you got? I want to make sure I'm getting the same one.
Arthur.
No, I mean,
honestly, I don't know. But
I didn't know if
I
you
took
had
it
the
out
box.
to the garage.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, my wife has it on her wish list, so I will assume she did all of the work, and I will now order it. And Christmas will continue for more days, because here's the weird thing. I bought gifts as early for me as mid-October. And I'm still getting gifts in the mail every day since Christmas. I had to tell my wife, listen, I'm sorry. I ordered things way before your birthday, and they have not come in yet. So she got a couple of cool things that I thought were funny and that she would enjoy. And then now, every single day after Christmas, starting on the 27th, a new thing has come in the mail that I have ordered. And so it's just like, hey, it's third Christmas. It's fourth Christmas. So I think this...
when does Hanukkah end?
Hanukkah's over, I believe.
Hanukkah ended. Yeah, Hanukkah ended on like...
Did you get a lot of guilt there, Matthew?
Oh, I'm just overwhelmed with guilt. Also, I spent, most of it sick.
Oh, well, so, if you're getting a gift a day.
Well, Epiphany is where the 12 days of Christmas ends.
Right.
So she's technically going to be getting gifts basically every day for the 12th day of Christmas. And on the 12th day of Christmas, my true love, my true love gave to me an electric scissors cutter thing.
Oh, there you go. And that even matches the song.
Yeah. So
Nightfall on the 22nd was the last day of Hanukkah. And I'm really mad.
Why?
Because I'm 53 years old, as far as I remember. And I have always spelled Hanukkah with a C at the beginning and two Ks. CHANUKKAH. And I understand that we're dealing with transliterations of a different language and a different like alphabet. But I'm apparently the only person in the world who spells it
with a C.
With a C at the beginning and two Ks.
I've seen it like both ways. I've seen it both ways, but I think
I see people with the C with the
I think it's the goys. The goys are doing it, Matthew. It's the goys that are spelling it with the H.
Yeah. The fakakta goyim.
Yeah.
Ruining. I do not need the Saurus.
Yeah.
Of these fakakta goyim.
Yeah. That's it.
And all All of their schmagegi. I don't need any of it.
All of the goyim and their misspellings of
that. It could just be that it is Jewish people and they just got tired of the goys asking.
That's what it is.
Like, is this right? Right? They're like, yeah, okay, let's write it. I was like, so is this Chanukah a different holiday? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Tell you what, let's just take out the we'll just take out the C and 1K so that you don't get as confused.
For 35 years, Otter has said Happy Chanukah. And every year I'm just like, at this point, he's from Oberlin, Kansas, too. So you gotta ask yourself, is that really just the best that Oberlin, Kansas can give you? And at that point, I mean, having been there, yes, but I think that just changing the rules and changing all the spellings is important. Because the Legion of Superheroes does that every 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
so sure. I feel like we're retconning now.
Hey, before we get out of here, what was the number one comic book movie for 2025? You guys know off the top of your heads?
Oh, the most
Superman
successful one.
Yeah, the one that made the most money.
Ooh, I'm trying to think of what else came out. Yeah,
Superman, Fantastic Four, Thunderbolts, Captain America.
I bet.
Was Madam Web this year?
No.
Okay.
It must be Superman.
Well, what if I told you you're both wrong?
Well, we have the same answer. I would not be surprised.
If one of us was right. It would be weird if one of us was right.
Here's what
was it.
Here's what
Red
you need
Hulk
to do. Here's what you need to do. Here's what you. I'll tell you this. Here's how much Superman made: $616 million. Fantastic Four made $521 million. Captain America $415 million. Thunderbolts $382 million. Dogman $145 million, and the Smurfs $124 million. Now, if you want to find out what the number one comic book adaptation movie was for 2025, everyone needs to go to majorspoilers.substack.com and look for the Monday newsletter called Monday by the Numbers, where I break it down and tell you why Superman isn't the number one spot and what that means for comic books in 2026. You can find that over at majorspoilers.substack.com. Good guess, though. Both of you, good guess. That's the one that people are arguing about most online. But they're not right. And now you're going to have something in your pocket that you can go to your local comic book shop. And when people say Superman made the most money this year for a comic book movie, you can go, excuse me, good sir. I have it on good authority that is not the correct answer. Let me blow your mind with the correct answer. You can find that at majorspoilers.substack.com. All right. Also, we've got a new year coming up, and you guys know what that means. We've got a whole bunch of comic books that we will be talking about in 2026. And guess what we're starting off the year with?
What?
Well, I'm going to let you two guess.
Well, we're going
something
to
we
start
do every year with.
Oh, every year we're front loading asterisks.
No, not this year. Actually, asterisk.
We end load asterisk.
We end load asterisks. Actually, I think I really bumped up asterisks to October of this year instead of December of 2026.
Oh.
Because in December of 2026, we have something called Heist Month coming your way, where we read comics that are based around heists, and one of them might have to do with a giant kaiju involved in that.
See, ooh.
But we always end the year with asterisks, and we always start the year with
me writing 5786 on all my checks for 6 months.
Tintin.
Tintin. Next time on the Major Spoilers podcast, as we go and see what happens when they finally land on the moon. Why? Because we know that you love comics. We do too. And we hope that you have a wonderful 2026.
If I had the X-ray vision of a Superman, I could save a few bucks and stand around and read through the covers of the comics on the stand. But although every other page would be backwards, I suppose I could still read the evens and the odds. Well, I don't know. Guess I haven't thought this all the way through. Plus, as soon as the comic book store guy knew, they kicked my butt out on the corner. What a major spoiler. What a major spoiler. Think about a better way. If I was hulking green or gray, I could just bust through that brick wall, take their comic books away. But then the little meat would deal with all the tanks and bombs and guns. Have you ever tried to read a series with all that going on? Guess I need to rethink this plan. How would I back and board my comics with such huge hands? Guess I already told ya. What a major spoiler. What a major spoiler. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What a major spoiler. What a major spoiler. If I'm Stark Raven rich like a man of iron, I might not be surprised to find that I might actually have the heart cold to follow an entire storyline. But would I really even need to read up on all those escapades? I mean, who needs such distractions when your sister's such a babe? But the downside is such a beast. Being shot up in a fun bee in the Middle East with a gang sign throwing soldier. What a major spoiler. What a major spoiler. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What a major spoiler. Whoa, 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 whoa. What a major spoiler.
This podcast is copyright 2025 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.